Ross, a really frustrating result to take. And kind of sums up this run that you're on, where you've dominating games in terms of the ball, but mistakes are really costly. And set piece goals as well, which we've spoken so much about the last 2 months, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think we've had this chat far too many times. The same conversation, haven't we? For too many games. We don't just dominate the ball; we dominate in every aspect of the game. Shots, better chances. Again today, we give a penalty away from the set piece because we don't want to fight properly. Give a goal away from a set piece that shouldn't have been. We had a chance to see the ball out or deal with the ball. We didn't. Gave them a corner. Then we make a crazy decision, make a foul with the guys facing the stand, give them a free kick, then concede a goal, and then you're chasing again. And we had the better chance in the first half. Ollie Cooper should score. Top Rowe should score. We don't. So again, the problem is both boxes. Then we give away a second goal, which is pathetic. Don't work on the detail. It will perpetuate a myth that we can see loads of goals doing that. We don't. It's the first one for a very long time. So Stevie's been incredible. He's been really. There's been a few of them been on well this week. It's not an excuse, myself included. It's attack versus defence in it for the rest of the game, and we score one. We don't do enough to score. Second, because they defend their box with a mentality that's horrible, willing to fight, aggressive. They're great at it. They've got a lot of experience in the team, physicality, and they showed something in the box, a mentality in the box that we didn't. It's our undoing at the minute. It's why we are where we are. We leave with more points on the board because between the boxes, the team functions so well. We get there so often. People were really willing to run to goal today as well. We had a lot of chances, but we need to make more of them. We have a real problem somehow still defending set pieces mentality in our box because we give away the least amount of shots in the league and the least amount of chances. So we actually don't need to do it more than, well, we do it less than everyone else, but when we do it, it's nowhere near good enough. Mentality is nowhere near strong enough, and that's on all of us. So it's really hurtful, the goals we concede. They're crap, they're rubbish, they're poor. We don't make teams work for them. We have to work so hard to score a goal, we have to work so hard to break teams down. Yeah, I thought we might go on and score a second. It looked likely, but we haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, you mentioned mentality, you spoke about it last couple of games as well, or more so in the commentary on, sorry. How on earth do you go about changing that? Because like you say, it's not just 1 or 2 games, it's 8 games.
By recruiting people that are horrible and want to do that, but it's unlikely we're going to be able to do that in this window. By helping the young players through the period that we're in, we have the 3 young centre halves tonight, very young. I think Ben's the only one who's really played a lot of games at this level. I think they do incredible things, but stuff that we don't talk about because we have to talk about the goals we concede. So that should hurt them as much as it hurts me, because the potential in them young guys in particular, and it's not just them, it's the team, but the potential in them guys is incredible, and they will be better for these days. But we have to really switch on quickly and have to grow really, really quickly, improve quickly, because when you're defending, you're judged on those moments. Get all the good stuff they do on the ball, which is incredible. How far they've come as the 3 of them really since they've been in, including Harry. Some incredible stuff. But rightly or wrongly, you'll be judged by how you defend your goal, and we're not doing it well enough.
Where do you go from here with the players? Because like I say, it's a chat you've probably had numerous times over the last couple of months. Just trying to pick them up and just trying to put these wrong prices.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's our job to pick them up anymore. We have to pick each other up. It's our job to find a way to stop the goals happening. And maybe they're too nice because we're too nice to them, I don't know. We'll have a chat about that as a group of staff. Maybe they reflect how they get treated, but we treat them how we feel we would want them to be treated as a player. We treat them as human beings first, try and help them as humans first. Maybe that doesn't breed a real ugliness or horrible or nasty, aggressive approach in the box. We have to try and manufacture a way to find that if it's not natural to them as well.
So does something have to change in that regard, whether it's coming from yourselves, coming from the players?
Well, something obviously needs to change, which has happened too much, yeah. It's up to our job is to find out what needs to change and how we can change it. So we haven't found a solution yet. We found a solution to most problems since we've been in, and this will have to be another one. Again, we'll work with the players on it, see what they feel, see what they think. Really, always come down to willingness to fight for each other for what you're doing, protect your goal. I said to you before, it may be hard when the balance in possession is composure, calmness, courage. Then you need to show courage in a different way when you're defending your own box, throw your body on the line, put your head. We have 2 chances a day where people run through with their goalie. Against us, I'm pretty sure someone steals the ball and the goalie absolutely smashes them. For us, we get there and just kind of pull out at the end. You need to be really willing in them moments to hurt for the team. I guess that kind of sums us up really where we are.
Do you think that's because they're so used to dominating the ball and controlling play, so they don't have to do that often?
We trained pretty much of that during the break. As we looked at the games, we analysed the season so far. The one thing that's hurt us is that we trained so much of that in the break. In normal play, I don't think we give teams very much at all. Coventry probably being the outlier last week on the counter-attack in the first half. But really, we limit teams to very little. So when you have to defend, the moment you have to defend, let's do it properly. Can't be any clearer than that, really.
Just away from the game directly, and Olivier Cham.
Yeah, he's ill. So we've had illness spread throughout the squad. He's unfortunately not got well enough, soon enough to be involved. Yeah, he'll be back with us hopefully for the Watford game, fingers crossed. Hopefully everyone else stays healthy and well. Between else, it's a quick turnaround. Also, we're really pleased to hear that the support that went on well is okay as well.
Yeah, I mean, what was your view on that?
My view is they should have stopped the game. We were telling them. It was pretty evident from the fans' reaction that something was happening. It took a bit too long for that to happen, but they got there finally, and yeah, we felt the game shouldn't have carried on until that was sorted. The referee, I think Paul agreed as well. The referee and the assistant decided to carry on.
Yeah, I'm sure the scenes at the end there, can you just explain what happened? It looked like there was a lot of a big gathering of sets of players.
Yeah, just someone celebrates that like that in front of our own fans. I'm not very happy about it. Players should feel the same way. That's all there is to it, really.
Maybe I'm putting 2 and 2 together, but maybe does that come back to that mentality question where players need
possibly, because I wanted to grab the guy by the throat and fight him, but it's not the wise thing to do. I wish a few more of our players felt that way.
And I'm talking about in games in general. When you say you're talking about defending set plays, you want that aggression, you want that fight. And
we were really aggressive, really aggressive with the ball today. We weren't in the box when it really mattered without the ball. We're aggressive in the press at the top end of the pitch. We press as well as anyone. People talk about dominating the ball. We can only do that because we get it back very quickly as well. We're not aggressive in the action that really matters. In the action where I think teams spend less time than anywhere else in the game. So, really boring having this conversation with you. It's the same one. I just don't want to keep having it, but we seem to be doing it.
Well, I'll move on from that. And we heard from Julian Winter before Christmas. He said the club's hoping to be active in the transfer window. Are you hopeful as well that things will get done hopefully soon as well?
Yeah, I hope so. January's never simple. Yeah, I think we're well advanced in talking to people and seeing that we now need to act upon that and try and action that really quickly. So I thought we looked a real threat going forward today, which was good. It was better than the Norwich game and more like the last half an hour against Coventry. So I think what we need still doesn't change though. We should score more goals than we do, and how we concede as many as we have is beyond me. So yeah, we know what we need. Or we think we know what we need. We know what's going to help us, and now it's about trying to get it done as quickly as possible. But never straightforward, is it, Jimmy?
We spoke about potential loans out as well. Any of them maybe close?
Brandon Cooper, I think. Well, we've had plenty of interest. I think an offer will come in very soon for Brandon. On the other guys, I'm not too sure at the moment. So I'm not spoke to Josh since just before Christmas. That was the case of Brandon, and the rest, yeah, I'm not sure at the moment. Good. Cheers.
Ross, thank you.
Nice to see you, mate. Drive safe.
Yeah, you too. See you. Bye. I remember the date, isn't it?
Yeah.
Take care, mate.
Good, thank you. Yes.
Guys, put the guys in, I get home from the meeting right now.
Put the United match on, shall I?
Actually, kick off.
When you're ready, guys.
3 points close to your target.
Yeah, very much so, Andy, very much so. And we made hard work of it. But you know, that's us, isn't it? That's just us. You know, that's the way we are at this moment of time. And you know, we're at a club that's not used to winning games consistently. I mean, we'd be like that's 3 out of 4 now we've won. Coventry, Hull, and this one. You know, so you know, we got to get used to winning games. You know, and feel comfortable when you're in a winning position. And listen, there's times where we've grounded it out, Middlesbrough at home, things like that. But when you're playing a side like that with the way they play football, you know, you've got to try and it's the manager's worst nightmare. You're trying to get them up the park and they just don't move, and eventually you just got to think, well, you know, you've tried for 15 minutes, then they're not going to move now, they're never going to move, you know. So you just think, just fingers crossed, and hopefully, you know, you come away with a result. That's all you can do. We need to be a bit braver and just be higher and higher. But saying that, you know, I thought, you know, first half we played well. You know, got into the game. Took us time, but once we got into the game, got the first goal from AC, we got comfortable. You know, they had one where Manning flashed it across the goal. But apart from that, Joe made a good save in the first half from Luke Cooper, I think it was. But then they're going to get a penalty. You think score that, you're going to and things. Even if they'd scored it, I wouldn't have felt comfortable because all of a sudden you've got that kind of, you know, Liberty Stadium and we've turned up and got beat 3-2. So, but it gives us a good something to, you know, to hold on to. You know, one goal's never always enough. So I'm disappointed we missed a penalty. Got to hit the target. Got to score. I mean, AC took the last one. The big thing is with us, we got a few penalty takers. You know, Shane took the one when we first came here. So Thomas can take them. He actually wanted to take it. And I think if you do that, then you've got to score. You know, that's 2-0. And you come in and you kind of half comfortable. You know, but we didn't. And then, you know, we got the second goal from Thomas. He was outstanding again today. I think, you know, we need to start appreciating what he gives us at the football club, not just as a player, but, you know, his work rate for the team. And, you know, all I hear about his work rate, but he's a quality player. Not because he's my son, could be anybody. Son. I'm serious. I'm the last person to want to praise him. But when you see what he gives his team, you know, we should be very, very thankful. So once he gets a second goal, you know, yeah, I'm comfortable then. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. And then focus, concentration on defending. Don't do it. Poor. You know, that's them back in the game. You know, we don't deal with we have the person behind. Luckily for them, it goes across the line and get a tackle, and all of a sudden, I can just see it. I can feel it. You can sense it. You know, you try to make changes, but you feel it. You know what's going to happen. You know, and you know they're just like defending deep. And to be fair, they had a free header. I think 3 minutes from time, was it? You can't allow people free headers when you're two up in the middle of our 6-yard box. Make a silly foul because they're panicking. You know, when you're defending deep, you've got to be cool and calm, and you can't panic. And when someone panics, the other person panics. It has a domino effect. So then we make silly fouls, put pressure on it, and our goal. And at times we rode our luck in the second half. You know, because he's gone the other way. You know, Joe's come from a couple and missed them, and you know, so it was like chaotic football, and that's not, you know, good for a manager of my age, that's for sure.